Which Oprah moment sticks most in your head?
When Josh hits her with his car. Few women in entertainment can ever claim to wield as much power as Oprah Winfrey did in the 1990s. A massive TV draw. Hi, new editor.
Hi.
Hello. It's fine. You can join in if you want. A massive TV draw. Oprah Winfrey could cause a product to literally sell out overnight by mentioning it on her show. A fact that saw her being sued by the entire beef industry. Beef. Sorry, I keep saying beef. It's just such a funny word, beef.
While you were talking, I got to thoroughly enjoy the other editor trying to place keys silently onto a desk.
No, is there anything louder than a person trying to be quiet after a night out? So is there anything louder than person quietly trying to take a piss at 3 a.m? It sounds like the world is ending.
And when you come home from a night out and you're drunk and you try to be quiet, that is the only time you ever really acknowledge how creaky the fucking floors are.
No, I think the loudest thing I've ever experienced is trying to make a tin of beans at 2 a.m. So you open that pan cupboard and it's just, for some reason, just paranormal activity is happening in my house right now, and every pan in the world's exploded out of my cupboards. Fuck me, I just want a tin of beans before bed. I deserve this.
I love, it's just something nice to add to the character of Karl Smallwood, that your choice of food when you come home for a night out is a good tin of beans.
It's nice. It's full of fibre. It's on one of your 5 a day. They're easy to cook. There's very little mess. Except for this morning, when I had no fucking hot water. You try scrubbing a pan with bean residue on the bottom without hot water, mate. No, I won't recommend it. No. Also as well, is there anything more annoying than people who like clean pans with wire brushes and they take all fucking non-stick off?
Oh, I fucking hate that.
And then when you put I'm just going to warm up this tortilla, and you lift up the tortilla and it's great. Just looks like, a pair of shitty underwear now. Looks like someone had skid marks and put it in the microwave. Fantastic. Can't wait to cook off this thing again.
So annoying when you've got a pan, it's the perfect pan. Like, everyone's got that pan where they use it and they're like, the stuff comes off so easily, it cooks everything perfectly, and then some dickhead comes in the house and uses it once and cleans it with a fucking iron wool, and the pan's gone forever.
Yeah. You know you are. Don't watch my videos, no. I don't give you permission to do it. You ruined my pan, fuck you. That was my fried bean pan, man. That'd been handed down by my dad. That was the pan that my dad cooked fried beans. It was the Smallwood heirloom, because my granddad used it, and then my dad did. And it's what we made fried beans in. And I took it to uni, and a guy grabbed it and then moved out with it. He moved out with the Smallwood fried bean frying pan.
He stole the Smallwood frying pan.
Cock. Fuck you.
Don't even know if I want to talk about beef now. Because the thought of frying beef is going to bring up bad memories.
You don't fry beef.
You do?
Chicken fried beef, maybe.
What about fried like steak?
Who fries a steak? Eat it raw, man. Microwave it. Everyone knows you microwave steak.
Everyone microwaves all meat.
Yeah, you microwave steak.
Yeah, and bacon.
Yeah, so it's great. It smells like warm cat food. Stop.
So being just a poor young boy from the UK,
yes,
I'm not actually sure
nobody loves you. Here comes we're not doing the Galileo thing, okay. I thought we were going to do a Bohemian Rhapsody thing there, but fine, go on.
I didn't start by saying I'm a poor boy, nobody loves me.
Yeah, well, that's implied.
Anyway, I'm not actually sure how popular Oprah got.
Yeah, and there might be some younger people watching who might just know Oprah from memes, I suppose, which is a weird thing to be recognised from, but whatever. Let's move swiftly on. In the 1990s, the apex of her career, her show, creatively titled The Oprah Winfrey Show, was the most popular thing on the airwaves. A fact advertisers decided to exploit the ever-loving shit out of with something known as Oprah's favourite things.
Oprah's favourite things sounds like it's going to be some way to sell shit.
It was at heart a huge advertisement, but in the framework of the show, it was an annual giveaway where Oprah would just spend several minutes gushing about some products throughout the year that she'd liked or had enjoyed, and then informing everyone in her audience, you get them all for free. Because that's where the famous car giveaway comes from.
You get a car.
Yeah, and did you ever hear the company lost fucking millions off that? This is a fun story for everybody. Because when that company approached the Oprah Winfrey Show, they were told well, you can't control what Oprah does, no one does. You can get your product featured on a show, but how Oprah chooses to advertise it is entirely down to her. And a lot of advertisers, that's fine. And people at the company went, well, we can't give away one car because that's like a bit of a dick move to everyone else who's in the audience. So they put aside like basically their entire year's advertising budget to get a car for every person in the audience. But what happened after that is when all the crowd found out they'd got a car, they walked off stage and got handed a form saying, oh, now you've got to pay $5,000 in tax or you can't keep it.
What?
So at this point, I'd like to mention that Oprah Winfrey's staff intentionally sought out people who didn't have cars and were like really poor and needed a car. So what a lot of people did is immediately sold the car. So people paid the money by selling the car. So the company paid all this money, gave away all these cars, and then every single person who got one, bar like 6 people, immediately sold them, which doesn't really advertise very well how good the car is if the first thing like 300 people did upon getting a brand new one for free was sell it.
Also, if you're a company that sells those cars, you're basically just introducing more competition.
Yeah.
Because everyone else is selling cars cheaper than you're selling them.
And do you know what makes the whole story even worse for the people who got the cars? Because you think, I've just got a free car. You are not getting a free car. So as I said, you had to pay money on it. Some states, like that took people over a threshold of earnings. So they had to like pay more tax that year as well. And to avoid that, they had to either say, I don't want the car, or sell it and pay off their tax bill. So some people actually turned off. For fuck's sake, fuck you, window. I don't care if you've got an English language expansion. I speak English. God damn it. Anyway, people were literally given the choice of, well, either pay us like this thousands of dollars or don't have the car. And what do you think they did immediately afterwards when the news asked them about it? They badmouthed the car. So they didn't badmouth Oprah, they badmouthed the car.
Oprah's a saint.
They badmouthed the car manufacturer. So it's got a load of shit press. Because like, oh, that car giveaway, no one actually got the car. And everyone who did like jump through the hoops to get it just sold it straight away. Get fucked. And I think after that, the Oprah people said we have to pay the taxes now because it's such bad press and we give away this stuff and then no one can afford to keep it. Oh, it's like when people win the lottery, isn't it? And they forget, oh yeah, now you're a multi-millionaire. You have to pay multi-millionaires worth of taxes. And you don't have like, the accountant who's good enough to skirt all those laws. So they buy a giant house and then can't afford the upkeep on it and go bankrupt immediately. I think it's like 25% of like all lottery winners go bankrupt in 5 years on enough money to live off the rest of your life. It's crazy.
I was told if I ever win the lottery, stick it in a bank account and live off the interest.
That's what you should do, yeah. That's what a smart person would do. Pay all your tax, get an accountant who you don't know, who cares. It's not that, right. There's too much talk about Oprah.
So, did Oprah get to choose the products?
She did to a degree. There's some things that Oprah said, I actually do like this thing. I'm going to like show it off and give my audience one. But for the most part, it was 100% manufactured. And it was companies who wanted their shit bit plugged on Oprah, like, would pay her team, like, here is a load of free shit. Please talk about our product, please. And it, for the most part, worked out for a lot of people because like, it was called the Oprah effect. And just Oprah mentioning something was enough to like cause some things to sell out completely. Like, I think any book she recommended would immediately shoot to the top of the bestseller list for that week. It was insane. Obviously, companies wanted to take advantage of this. But the downside of it was, though, it got Oprah sued by beef.
John Oliver's a modern example, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the John Oliver effect, which is something he's actively made fun of himself, which ignores the fact like millions of people watch your show, mate. Of course you've got influence. Like 1 million people watching your show, some of them are going to be stupid enough to believe whatever you say.
So what happened with beef?
Well, what happened with beef is in 1996, Oprah aired a segment on food safety. And during one of the segments, they had like a food safety expert come in and talk briefly about the mad cow disease epidemic sweeping across Britain at that time. And this expert just so happened to mention it might come to the United States, to which Oprah responded by, as she so often did on those shows, like tenting her fingers together, looking the expert in the eye saying, I will never eat a burger again. And you can probably see where this is going, can't you?
Oprah got and done it now.
Based on the fact, like, it was the point where, like, her holding a product, like her getting a book and putting a sticker on it saying Oprah approved, that book would sell out. Almost overnight, the wholesale price of both beef and cattle dropped across the United States, and cattle farmers were not fucking happy and placed the blame squarely on Oprah.
You might even say they had beef with Oprah.
Oh, there it is. Oh, God. I'd say put in, like, the Horatio Caine, like, yeah! yeah, sunglasses. But apparently that company fucking demonetised a video for doing that.
I couldn't believe it. It was like 3 seconds of that song.
And it's just a guy screaming. Just the word, yeah.
Because it popped up and it was a Harry Potter video. I was like, oh God, Warner Bros. Have done it again.
Yeah, no, it was like Universal Records because you used a clip from a TV show that features a song that we own by The Who. So you know what? We talked about this before, haven't we? Like, we don't really have like any sort of set way of working out what videos we're going to do. But when it comes to writing articles, I seek out articles shitting on DC because Warner Bros. Are such dicks when it comes to copyright. And I'm not like, you know what? Universal Records is on there now for that. So I don't care. Let's dunk on Universal fucking Records. You know what? Right now, I want to find the fucking page. I want to type in, just because we've got a big audience, right? I want to type in Universal. Is it The Who? Was it Universal?
I mean, there was a list of about 16 of them. But when I looked for that list, all of those were also present on another video where they claimed a Who song.
Okay.
Which is why I assumed it was that.
Okay, so
There's a very small chance that all those own something else.
Okay, so who manages The Who? The Who Record Company. Let's see who owns the rights to their thing then.
So it'll be that the rights holder for the song will have passed
that's
it
the
off
one.
onto other
The Who. The Who are an English rock band from London, formed in 1964. I don't care who owns their label now. Oh, Universal Republic, Geffen, Atco, Virgin, MCA. So, you know what? That's everyone. So that's just the entire music industry. So let's just type in fucked music industry. Let's start with, it's Warner Bros, man. Fuck you, Warner Bros Records, Inc. God, I hate them so much.
The one that I posted last week is still monetized.
It's still monetized?
Yeah, how is that one monetized?
I don't understand.
So stupid.
Yeah, it amazes me that video where you're talking about it gets demonetized, whereas the video I did...
Oh, the music one, yeah.
The one which was just about music in films. Did not.
Put the clip in. Which one of you two edits this? And me saying at the start, this video's gonna get demonetized, and I don't care. That video did not get demonetized, but one with a 3-second clip of a song by The Who in an episode of CSI, half the money from that video now goes to whoever the fuck claimed that. Fuck you, music industry, man. It's so bollocks.
I keep jumping on to check that Focus one, and in the famous words of Peter Dinklage, it's still going strong.
It's so stupid. How is the one where we say, fuck it, just put in 16 different copyrighted music tracks as the background is fine?
Yeah, not only has it got all the music in the background throughout almost the entire thing,
we use like a 20-second unbroken clip of How to Train Your Dragon.
Paramount, man. What can I say?
I don't know.
Is it DreamWorks? Who's
I don't know.
It's DreamWorks, but it's distributed by Paramount.
Right.
Which is...
I don't know. It's so bullshit.
You know what else is DreamWorks distributed by Paramount? Transformers.
Oh, whatever. Weird, eh? So enjoy that glimpse into the background. Like, oh, I wonder why they're making a pivot towards Twitch and their own channels. Because this shit keeps happening.
Surely this case didn't actually go anywhere. Like, you can't sue a single woman for the price drop in all beef.
Yeah, you'd think, wouldn't you? It sounds so stupid, yeah. One single woman caused the wholesale price of beef to plummet in the United States. But no, Texas cattle ranchers took exception to this comment by Oprah and sued her for libel. And she actually had to go to court to defend herself. And this is where the story gets amazing, because Oprah was in the middle of filming the latest season of her show at the time. She's like, well, I'm not fucking stopping airing my show because we haven't got any reruns, like we can't put reruns up. So what I'll do is I'll move the entire show to Texas. So what she did is, in the immortal words of Tony Christie, just made her way down to Amarillo with her entire production crew. But it gets a little bit better because, Brad, you'd think it's a pretty big story, isn't it? Oprah, most famous woman in America, gets sued by beef industry. That's pretty big news, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you think, if she's moved the production of an entire show across the country to Texas while she's in court, fighting this libel case, you think people, she's going to talk about it on the show, isn't she? But she couldn't, because there was a gag order issue that said, well, you can't talk about the specifics of the case or why you're here, even though everybody knows why you're here. So she had opened her show saying, oh, we're still here in Texas. You know why, but I can't say. So that's what Oprah did to get around it. She talked about the gag order itself because that technically wasn't against the rules. And she just went to Texas and just shit-talked the beef industry some more on her show while they were suing her in court. And she's stood outside court going, yeah, it's stupid, but I can't talk about why I'm here. Apparently I'm just here on fucking holiday with my entire production crew. Who knew it? And understandably, because it's fucking Oprah, she won the case. She's celebrated in the only way Oprah knows how to roll, and that is by having an entire show dedicated to how much ass she does kicked in court, and just holding up the thing that says Oprah wins against beef. I like the idea as well, like, the beef industry just sounds so fucking stupid. Like, we're going to sue exactly one woman in court, and then she wins. It's like that court case that came up recently, which is... It enthralled me, and it was the McDonald's Big Mac case. And we can talk about that at the end of the video because it's so fucking good, which we can do now. So Brad, Nisha, did you follow the McDonald's Big Mac trademark dispute in the UK? And Americans might not know about this. This is a fucking brilliant story.
I think everything I know about it, I've heard from you.
Okay, well, I can recap for the people at home. The long and short of it is there is a Irish burger chain that has something called the Big Mac on their menu. And over in Ireland, McDonald's fucking hated this and tried to sue the guy, and he won in court. Because obviously, well, no, it's called like Mac. He can use this name. And what this guy tried to do is he tried to expand the restaurant into the European Union. And McDonald's like, no, we own the trademark on Big Mac. And this guy went, no, you fucking don't. I'll challenge you in court. And the whole thing went to court. And this is fucking true. McDonald's, the corporation, took this one guy to court and in court argued that we own the Big Mac and as proof submitted the Wikipedia page for Big Mac. I am not making this up.
Wow.
Their lawyers submitted the Wikipedia page for Big Mac. The name's synonymous with our brand. And what happened was someone dug up in the archives for McDonald's and presented their original trademark thing. And how I understand it is the Big Mac trademark was for the name of the restaurant and the burger. And what this guy's lawyers did, well, your restaurant's not called Big Mac's, it's called McDonald's. And the judges at the European Court said, yeah, that's true. You are called McDonald's, not Big Mac. Therefore, this thing is not valid, and we're going to rip it up. But remember, it was also for the name Big Mac in regards to food, which meant that in the European Union now, Big Mac is a genericized name. And after it happened, I think a Burger King in Switzerland just called all of their burgers like a Big Mac, but better. And behind the scenes, McDonald's are apparently they are firing a lot of fucking people because actual legal experts, I cannot understand how this case went the way it did. This is like one of the most powerful economic forces on the planet. And they made such a schoolboy error, and they've now lost one of the most valuable pieces of intellectual property in the world of fast food because they were fucking idiots and submitted a Wikipedia page as evidence in a court case. Oh, it's fucking beautiful, man. Can you imagine? Just the idea. They lost. They lost it all.
Imagine if they had to change the name of the Big Mac to like Big Donny's.
Well, they can still call it Big Mac, but so can anybody else. And the guy who just did it's like, I didn't expect this. It's like legal scholars like this is probably one of the most amazing cases of this is a David versus Goliath case. Like there is no fucking way like people like going in, if you'd have bet on this guy to win, that would have been like amazing odds because like, oh, is one guy from Ireland gonna beat McDonald's in court about whether or not they own the trademark to the word Big Mac for burgers? And he did. And it's fucking brilliant. And McDonald's is so salt about it. She's great because, salt makes the chips taste nice. But get a fuck McDonald's and go that guy. Yeah.